This is the Meridian Bar. This is the site of many of the bourbon tastings. So if you want to book a bourbon tasting, you can do that in advance after your check-in window opens. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to do that, both via the website or the app once you make it to the port.
Let's book some cruise activities. Back to DisneyCruiseLine.com, already booked my reservations. Go to cruise activities, book now. Now you need to have completed your online check-in first. So go to the online check-in video and then come back. Then you want to click add activities. So you have different categories of fun. So onboard fun is going to be any activities that is on board the ship. So Bippity Boppity Boutique. Now our names are not highlighted because we are not children. You have to be a child to book this. It's not an error. The same thing would happen in any of the tastings. You need to be 21 plus to book them. You click the name of the person that wants to do it. You select the time you want to do it. You save it, and then it just gets added. You will pay for it on board. You don't pay for it in advance. Then if you just change your mind, you just cancel activity. Yes, cancel. Now the activities will be different on each day. So we were looking at the first day, so there wasn't any port adventures. That's grayed out. Now, just to give you a sense of like all of the activities, there are a lot of liquor tastings and a lot of photo opportunities. Now, you'll notice here, like it says photo unlimited package sold out. You'll see when we go to another day, it may be available on that other day. So look at that. Then you can also change the day. So you see it says change the day. You can look at onboard fun. So now you see that the photo package was available and you have even more opportunities and activities available. The Royal Court Royalty is so expensive because the child gets a doll. That's why it's like over $200. You have a lot more bourbon tasting, champagne tasting, golf simulator, a kickstart your day. But there's a lot of drinking on Disney Cruise here. Disney does not have a beverage package, so they have all these tasting. Royal Gathering is something you definitely want to get in advance. That's a character greeting with the princesses. So the Royal Gathering is a character greeting with the princesses. You definitely want to try to book that in advance. Now, you can go back to day 2. You can go back to my cruise reservation if you kind of want to start over. You can look at dining. So dining is another opportunity. There are 2 specialty restaurants on board that are for adults, Palo and Remy. They have brunches and dinners, and then Remy also offers a dessert service. Remy does have a dress code, so you do need to bring a sports coat. If you're a gentleman, ladies, we get away with everything. But if you want to book those, again, you just go in, book who would like to go to the event, click check availability, and then Disney Cruise will fake you out. This happens to everyone. You're not doing anything wrong. Now, if you do want to start looking at shore excursions or port adventures at Disney, as Disney calls them, you want to pick a port. So you need somewhere to go, and then that will take you through all of the port adventures that are going to be available there through Disney Cruise Line. You'll be able to see what options there are, how long they are, how much they cost, the different age requirements. So for instance, if you look at Tour to Virgin Gorda, that's 4 to 4.5 hours, different pricing based on your age, a day at the baths, all kinds of great fun activities in Tortola. I highly recommend the baths if you haven't been there. It is very strenuous. So let's take a look at Tortola Jeep and Beach. You can click view more, and that will give you more details about the excursion, what's included, what your day is going to look like, so you can make a good decision. Know before you go is the section that may include any warnings, any information about things it is not good for. So for instance, here it says wheelchairs are not permitted. So that's important to know. Each vehicle can accommodate 4 passengers. You may be in a vehicle with strangers. If you have less than 4 people, that someone needs to be 26 years of age or older. So just any of the details you would need to know about this excursion. Definitely check that out before you decide to book. So again, same process, pick who's going, check availability, check the time. Fake out again. So don't stress out. This happens to everybody. So you just kind of keep managing it, keep working with it to try to find an option. Now, don't fret if things are sold out. Things can change all the time. People don't make the cruise. So on your first day, and I'll show you how to do this later in the video, you'll want to get online the app. So you want to download the app, you want to get online the app and see what may still be available. If you do have small kids, you can also pre-book the nursery. I don't have that option because we're not bringing any kids with us. You can also pre-book spa and fitness. For our cruise, the Rainforest Pass, which is the hydrotherapy area, thermo suite, was not available to pre-book, but you can just stop in the spa when you get on board if that's a priority. You definitely want to head there first. That does tend to sell out. But you can, again, these all say sold out. You're going to be able to get a spa treatment on board. Don't fret.
Once you're at the cruise terminal, you'll want to connect to DCL Guest Wi-Fi. This will enable you to bring up the app and use it. You'll signify that you're on board now, and you'll have access to everything that is on the app as part of your cruise. You'll be able to check your dining rotation. Remember, you'll visit 3 restaurants in a rotational order where your dining team comes with you. So you'll see which restaurant you're starting at your first evening. You'll be able to look at the overall schedule of activities for the cruise and be able to book some of those onboard activities that may not have been available during your earlier check-in. So if you remember when we were scheduling our onboard fun from home, one activity we had trouble finding access to was the Royal Gathering, which is the meet and greet with all the princesses. So that was our first priority in the terminal. We found the Royal Gathering, we pulled it up, clicked book now, and look, there was availability that was not there when we were trying to book from home. So again, don't give up hope if you're seeing a lot of things that are sold out. It may be available once you get on board. Now, you may get an error as you're trying to book it. Disney app glitches quite a bit. Don't worry. Just head back to your plans to see if it actually went through. If it's not in your activities lineup yet, go back like you're going to book it again, because it will show as booked. Because remember, you can only book the Royal Gathering once per cruise. So we're going to head back in like we're trying to book it again, but it's going to show as booked. So this will be the confirmation that it actually went through, even though it's not appearing in our activities list yet. That may happen as you're trying to book things through the app before you've actually boarded the ship. Then you can go back in and look at different activities. You can look at the menus for the different restaurants. There's a lot of fun things you can play with in the app as you're waiting to board. Now, in terms of dining, I have a lot more information about dining, including all of the menus as part of my dining in-depth video. I'll link to the playlist at the end of this video that includes that information. So if you really want to go in-depth in dining, we have it. You can also find your mandatory emergency drill information, where you need to go. You'll go there, meet with a crew member, and take a photo to confirm you went to your drill area. You'll also need to watch a video in the app or on your stateroom television. Lastly, if you are trying to do anything with port adventures or dining, you will need to connect to chat to a crew member. And that is the only way you can do it. You can't book dining through the app when you're trying to board. So you'll want to get into a queue for dining or port adventures. Those open at various times as you're waiting in the terminal. So depending when you board, you'll need to take note of that and then try to get into the queue for the chat. You can also chat with guest services. So this is a good way if you just have a general question, something that's not time sensitive, you can get in the queue. When we were on board, it took like an hour and a half. But you'll just want to keep clicking join the queue. It took us about an hour, 15 minutes to get in to the queue when we were trying to adjust some of our specialty dining reservations during the embarkation process. So just be patient, keep clicking join the queue, or you can also wait till you're on board and go to the physical locations to ask about it. I hope you found this video very helpful, and here are some more videos about how to make the most of your Disney Fantasy Cruise.